Hello everyone, it's Nikki from Mouths of Mums. We're in the Cook Club today to celebrate summer. It is the start of summer and we are loving the fact that Ingham's have come up with an amazing summer turkey range. There are 3 new products in the range. The first one are the extra lean turkey sausages. Then we have got some extra lean turkey burgers, and then we have some extra lean turkey rissoles. The thing we love about this new summer turkey range is that each of the products in the range have less than 6% fat, so that's a beautiful lean protein for everybody. We also love the fact that they are raised and grown on Australian rural farms. So before I start on the side dishes today, I'll pop these rissoles onto my little grill pan. So you can see that they're nice and thick, so they'll take a little while to cook, but that gives us plenty of time to make ourselves a salad, get some mash organised if you haven't already. So these are sizzling away beautifully. They're starting to smell amazing too. What I'm going to do while they're cooking is get started on an onion and capsicum jam, which is so delicious. It's fresh and it's zesty. So I'll swap them over. Basically what we need for our capsicum jam, cut up 2 capsicums, just taken the seeds out and sliced that all finely. I've got 2 red onions which I've sliced up finely, 2 brown onions, again sliced up finely, a lovely big glass of rosé, and then I've just got 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. There's a little bit of olive oil there, and then just because we're cooking turkey and because I think cranberry is a beautiful accompaniment to turkey, I'm going to add a jar of cranberry. All you're doing is basically frying off all of the ingredients, and then we're going to let that caramelise. So let's throw in the capsicums. You can just throw it all in together, and this will obviously reduce down as it starts to cook too. And then all of those onions. All you're doing is basically frying off all of the ingredients, and then we're going to let that caramelise. So I'm going to let that cook away for a little bit. You just want to brown that off just a tiny bit, let that sweat down. There we go. So what we might do while that's starting to cook is flip these over. They are looking like they are very happy and very ready to go over. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. So the capsicum and all of the onions have been browning now for about 10 minutes, and they have all reduced down beautifully. You can see that they've pretty much halved in size. So now we're ready to add in our other ingredients, and then it can bubble away. So we'll add in our, that's probably about 1.5 cups of rosé. If you don't have rosé, you could use a sweet white wine. If you don't have any wine in the house, you could just use the same amount of water, or you could use a chicken stock too if you wanted to. It really doesn't matter, it's just a liquid that has a little bit of flavour. Oh, so there we go, we'll pour that one in. Then I'm going to add in that cranberry. Again, the cranberry is purely optional, and I wanted to add that in because I just think it's a beautiful nod to the fact that we are having our turkey rissoles today. There we go. So again, if you had some fresh cranberries, you could throw these in. If you had some dried cranberries, you could just sprinkle them in the top, and they would actually reduce down with the liquid. And then I'll just pop, that's just 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So we'll throw that in there. Like we talked about before, you could sprinkle in some chili flakes now, or you could add a couple of teaspoons of chili. Some people like this with a bit of lemon, so you could do that. If you're really into that kind of Christmassy flavour, you could even throw a cinnamon stick in here, or you could pop in a few little cloves. I love this sauce because you can pretty much just have a play, and you can really make the flavours whatever you feel like on the day. So the other side I wanted to show you is a really fresh pea and spinach salsa verde. But what I like to add is probably about 2 cups of baby spinach leaves there. There's 1 bunch of flat leaf parsley, which I've just pulled off the stalks. I've got some lemon juice, some olive oil, some lovely sourdough crumbs, which I've just pulled out of a loaf of sourdough. I've got some little garlic cloves there, a little tiny bit of whole grain mustard. I've got some frozen peas. I haven't bothered to cook these at all. They've just thawed out. And then we have got some lovely little gherkins. So basically all we need to do is toss everything in to our blender. You could do this in an upright blender too if you wanted to. There's your baby spinach. The objective again is just to get everything mixing together. A little bit of, this one's optional, but I like it just for a little bit of zest, a little bit of whole grain mustard. And then what I like to do, because we are talking about summer, is put lots and lots and lots of lemon zest in there as well. There we go. Now all that's left to do is to zoom that together. If you find that it's not coming together, you could always add a little tiny bit more olive oil, but ours is looking pretty good. Beautiful. So that's looking lovely. What I do is just put it into there. So you can see that it looks like a little bit of a pesto, but it's just, as I said, just a little bit more crunchy, has a little bit more substance. While our turkey rissoles were cooking, I've whipped up some mashed potato. Now everybody knows how to make a mash, but something that is interesting, or something that I like to do in summertime, just to make it a little bit lighter, is just to add a little bit more milk just at the end. So I've mashed that up, I've got a little bit of butter in there, a little bit of sour cream, and then obviously salt, and I'm just going to add a little tiny bit more milk just to get a really nice light and fluffy mash rather than a heavy mash. So all in all, a lovely healthy dinner. And the other thing I've done is made just a lovely big green salad. So in summertime, I serve a green salad with absolutely everything. Every meal that we have, I make sure that there's a lovely big salad on the side. So I'm going to make a little well in the middle of our mashed potato there. There we go. Our spinach and pea salsa verde right on top of our mash. And then what we'll do is pop our little rissoles on top of that. So let's see how they're going. So these are looking really good. And then basically, depending on who you're feeding, but my kids are a little bit bigger and a little bit hungrier these days. Now let's have a look at that capsicum jam. So you can see that the veggies have all reduced down. So again, we'll do what we did with our salsa verde. So we'll just make a little nest on top of our mash, and then we'll pop our extra lean turkey rissole on top. Just give that a little bit of salad on the side. So you can just see how summery that's starting to look. A little tiny bit of salt. And there we have it. Two beautiful dishes that give you a really summery take on rissoles and mash. We've got our Ingham's summer turkey rissoles that are less than 6% fat. We made a yummy little salsa verde. We put that on top of some mash. And then on the other side, we've got the same rissoles. We made that lovely capsicum and onion jam. And again, that's sitting on a lovely light version of a mash. So that's it for today's Cook Club. Thank you so much for joining me. It is always so much fun to cook with you. Don't forget that Ingham's have their wonderful new summer turkey range. It's in Woolies now, so you have to go to Woolies to look for it. It's in this beautiful purple packaging, so it really stands out on shelf. Look for it where all the other Ingham's and all the other fresh chicken is. And don't forget, there are the Ingham's summer turkey rissoles. There are the summer turkey sausages, the summer turkey burgers, and they are all less than 6% fat. So that's a beautiful lean protein that you can get into over summer. Thanks a lot.